Like in my pocket?
Like names.
Well, there's a thing that I did called Just Like Sunny Pet, and it's actually it wasn't a game, so it's like a poem kind of a thing, and I just did that and put the music for it. You guys know Otakon?
Yeah.
Well, I'm voicing their game, the character in the game of theirs. It's not. I mean, it's kind of indie. They've got money, but they're acting like they don't. And, so I'm doing that, and the band is doing music for them, so it's going to be, I guess, on multiple consoles. What is all that noise coming from? Is someone telling them to turn down?
Backstairs.
Is it getting louder? Millions. That's where the agent comes in. I don't deal with that stuff. Agent handles all that kind of stuff. You can't talk? Uh-oh. Wait, I can't read lips though.
I have a question.
Hey, no jokes up here, man.
Yeah, ask a question.
You can, yeah.
As a voice actor, do you have contracts with the companies that you work with?
Yeah, I do. Well, on individual projects. They don't go like, we own you for X amount of shows or something like that. Why are you wondering? Because I'm in so many things?
Yeah.
No, I go out and I audition just like everybody else. It'd be like, more like this many people would go in and audition, and I'm just fortunate enough to be able to get roles, So, yeah, there's not, then whenever I book a job, then they give us a contract, okay, you can't talk about it, until whatever. That would be cool if they did that. That's like old school. They would do like a 3-picture deal or whatever. They don't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I was just wondering, what was it like going from Persona 4 into the anime and the fighting game where the main character talked a lot more as compared to the original game where it didn't talk at all, really?
Are you guys familiar with Persona?
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, if you aren't, it was a game, and I got hired to, you got it, all right. And, I got hired to be like the villain, I guess, of the game. And who talks, right, yeah. And so, don't worry about game box. But anyway, so I was voicing the villain, and then towards the end of the session, they were like, "Oh, you're also going to be the protagonist." I was like, "Wait, whoa, how am I going to be the protagonist?" And I had to talk to myself. And they're like, "Oh, he doesn't really say that much. He's just shouting. It's more fight stuff like that, and people control him." So I was like, "Okay, so I can just kind of pitch you down slightly. It doesn't matter." They're like, "Well, yeah, it's kind of basically your same voice, but they're not going to tell because you're just fighting." And it was supposed to be just like, or whatever, just said, persona or whatever. So you did it. And then the next game that I did, my character talked a little bit more. I was like, holy crap, I'm going to start sounding like I'm talking to myself. And then again, there's even more and more. And then the anime came out, and I am talking to myself. So that one was a little tricky. So I did have to change up the voices just a little bit more in attitude. I couldn't totally change them, even though some people might think I totally changed it. But I had to do a little bit of a difference, otherwise it would be like, wow, okay, it's the same guy doing these two voices. It was tricky, but it was still fun. The characters are great. Thank you.
I was wondering, do you research your role?
I do. I try to. Yeah, if I'm not familiar with it, a lot of times I've heard of things just from going to cons. I'll hear stuff from people, and like Bleach actually. I remember when I was going into audition, and I ended up